You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got your latest Days of Our Lives weekly promo video. The network just put out the latest promo. This is for the week of May 22nd through 26th, and there is so much action. There is a lot of violence. There is blood. There is kidnapping. There's just everything to see, as Days of Our Lives has really done May sweeps well, and they are closing it down in a very big way. There are 6 big scenes in this supersized promo, and there is definitely a lot to unpack. We're going to tell you what you're going to see. We're going to break it down in relation to the official NBC Peacock spoilers that we have, and then we are going to show you the promo so you can see it for yourself, and we'd love to hear your comments on what you expect from this action. So the first scene is John Black in San Francisco telling his son Paul Narita Andrew's been kidnapped, and he gives him a hug and comfort. Remember, Andrew, Donovan, and Paul Narita have been seeing each other. Also, we see a scene of a battered and beaten Andrew Donovan getting the best of one of the henchmen who's holding him on behalf of Dimitri, and it looks like he might actually get away. We'll have to wait and see. The third scene is rotten Megan Hathaway sweeping like an evil queen into the DiMera mansion, and she says, "I'll be claiming my rightful place as a DiMera," and then we get this wicked laugh. That laugh is a whole bunch of fun. In the fourth scene, we have a combination of things. We get a glimpse of Paulina being held at gunpoint by Colin, at the same time as we get a voiceover from Abe to Rafe saying, "He's got Paulina, find my wife," and then he's screaming. And at this point, Abe is in his hospital bed because Rafe has already gotten him to the hospital. The fifth big scene is Rafe on the phone talking to other Salem police saying, "Tell the units that he's armed and dangerous." And then we see Paulina out of Colin's grasp, and then Chanel is in Colin's grasp instead. And then in the final scene of the promo, we have got Talia intervening. Jada is there, and she is yelling at Colin to drop his weapon, but then Talia Hunter intervenes, and she is trying to save Chanel, who Colin has in her grip. And in the very last moments of the promo, we see 2 people go over the ledge, and we're going to talk about who it is in just a second. So now let's look at this in the face of the known spoilers that we have for next week. It looks like the action on the rooftop with Colin, Paulina, Chanel, and then Talia shows up and Jada shows up. That all goes down Monday and Tuesday based on the official spoilers, because we see on Monday that Colin wants Paulina to pay, Rafe gets Abe to the hospital, and then on Tuesday, Talia gets between Chanel and Colin, and Paulina rushes to the hospital to check on Abe. Those official spoilers tell us a whole lot to inform what's going on behind the scenes in this promo. Even though Paulina's life is at risk, he lets her go and he grabs Chanel, but then we see that Talia is there, and she sounded like when she was talking to Chanel that she was feeling a lot of affection to her and was kind of falling for her in a way, and that she is done being used by Colin. And when she shows up there, she is horrified to see her boyfriend holding her new friend Chanel at gunpoint. Of course, Chanel told her to get out and doesn't want to see her. The problem is that Jada Hunter is there. She's got her gun out. She is in kind of a standoff with Colin, and that's the stuff you're going to see in the promo, where Jada is pointing her gun at him and saying, "Stop, stop this or I'm going to shoot." And at this point, he has Chanel, and Talia can't stand it. She feels very guilty about it. She makes a run at Colin and charges him. And if you watch in the very last seconds of the action on the promo, right before it goes to the Peacock logo, you will see going over the ledge of the roof are Colin Bedford and Talia Hunter. Yes, they are going off the roof of the Salem Inn. So what does that mean? Does that mean that they're dead? Well, it definitely means that Chanel and Paulina survived, but when you look through the official spoilers for the rest of the week, there is not one word about either Colin or Talia, and when you look at the 2-week spoilers, they are not mentioned either. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to die, and you might remember that people have fallen from bell towers onto the concrete in Salem, and they have survived. Realistically, it'd probably be better if Colin didn't survive. And with Talia, it's hard to say. I mean, you know, if she's going to make it or not. We don't have any spoilers for her, but it almost feels like they'd like to keep her around. We'll have to wait and see. But I would predict that at least one of them is going to die next week. And that's the hot action from this. Meanwhile, the other action, of course, is that Abe Carver's at the hospital. He's got a head injury because of Colin attacking him. He looks to have come through it okay. He's just in anguish because he's so worried that Paulina is going to die. But by the end of all the action on Tuesday, she rushes to the hospital to see her hubby. Now, let's talk about the other people in the promo. John telling Paul Narita that Andrew Donovan has been kidnapped. It's very nice of John to go all the way to San Francisco to tell him in person. He knows his son's going to be upset, and he didn't want to deliver this news over the phone. But at the same time that John is delivering this bad news, which comes on, let's look and see. That's on Wednesday, May 24th, according to the official spoilers, is when John goes to San Fran to tell Paul about Andrew's kidnapping. That's the same day that Patch and Harris find out that Dimitri von Leuschner is Megan Hathaway's son. And of course, it's kidnapping Andrew Donovan is the leverage that Dimitri needs to force Shane Donovan's hand to release him, to drop the charges or the sentence against his mother who's in jail, and to also get his Aunt Kristen DiMera out. And it looks like Andrew is going to try to fight his way to freedom. If you look at that section of the spoiler, the promo, we don't have any official spoilers for the next 2 weeks that tells us Andrew's fate. I would tend to think that he's going to get loose, and we're not going to see too much of him or too much of Paul for too much longer. They're going to be in and out and gone. But the big news is a Megan Hathaway sweeping into the DiMera mansion. She is happy to be there. EJ is not happy to find her there, according to official spoilers. But Megan is every bit her father's daughter, and she is going to be a true DiMera. She is planning to take over in a big way, and it'll be interesting to see if Stefan and EJ's boys fight to see who gets the CEO chair falls by the wayside, if Megan and Kristen team up and decide to take over the company as convicted prisoner sisters that are from other misters, because, you know, Kristen is an adopted DiMera. There's a whole bunch to see in this promo. It's a little bigger than the usual 15 seconds. There's a ton of action. And man, like I said at the top of this video, Days of Our Lives is closing down May sweeps right. They are doing stuff that the other soaps have not done nearly as well during May sweeps. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our spoilers, casting news, everything you need to know about Days of Our Lives on Peacock. Now, get ready and watch the brand new Days of Our Lives promo for the week of May 22nd through May 26th.
Andrew's been kidnapped.
I'll be claiming my rightful place as a DiMera.
He's got Paulina. Find her. Find my wife!
Tell the units he's armed and dangerous.
Drop the gun!